So it turns out the last time you went to see Toy Story in the movie theater, the CIA was right next to you, sharing your popcorn, drinking out of your soda cup, talking through the previews. You weren't alone. You weren't with your significant other or your kids. You were with the CIA.
Concrete gets me down.
Hey, CIA.
My days preaching on radio waves, just hoping someone out there hears my song. But till they do, sweat that I'm gonna walk the walk, I'm gonna talk my talk, gonna spend my money till the money's gone. 'Cause there ain't nobody here.
Oh yeah, you're not alone. Nobody's alone. You're never alone. You know that's the case. We've known that to be true for a while now. But right now we're all alone together. Still quarantined here. At least in New York State. I think every state is under some kind of quarantine for the pandemic at this point, but it's tough to care about every other state when there's so much going on in your own. It was just announced today that May 15th is the new quote-unquote end to when all non-essential workers will have to remain home. May 15th, at the time of this recording, it's about a month away. So business as usual, right? You're learning your Spanish. You're trying not to fight with your wife or your husband or your dog or your parakeet. It's business as usual. Welcome to the Chris Konya Show, another solo show for obvious reasons during the pandemic. Should we call them quarantine shows? Even though I opened up the episode talking about it, I don't know about you, but I'm already sick of it. I'm already sick of the masks that everybody has to wear or is wearing. I'm not sure the exact rules on that. I'm sick of the word quarantine, pandemic. I'm sick of people dying, obviously. No good news. Think about that. No good news for weeks. It's depressing. I'm sick of it. It's a sick joke by God, isn't it? Right? If you believe in the higher power. What does all this mean? Right? Is this a test? Is this a test from God? Like, my children, I bestow upon you a pandemic. For the people who will remain faithful to me throughout this pandemic, you will live the life of 1,000 gods, of happiness, without face masks, without TikTok. But yes, we will still have Tiger King. Be strong, my children. I don't know if God has a sense of humor or not right now through this whole pandemic, but I don't know. We'll find out one day, right? We'll find out one day. I don't know if it was God who did it for us, but I know that the federal government just sent out the stimulus checks. Did you get your check? $1,200, right? $1,200. If you stood before God and became one with your fiance, maybe you got $2,400. If you popped out some kids after you became one in front of God, maybe you got up. I think I saw one lady, she got $5,400 because she's got 6 kids. What she did do also was put it on Facebook. My buddy told me about this lady, actually. She put it on Facebook that she just got $5,000 deposited into her account. So, it's a field day for hackers right now. All these people bragging about their stimulus checks. I'm not even going to tell you if I got mine. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. It's spent already. That's exactly what happened. It's definitely spent already. And I spent it on rent. Something boring, right? My other podcast, Caviar on a Hot Dog Budget, we talked about if you were 22 or if you are 22, what are you doing with this $1,200 when you were 22? Think about how much money that was. $1,200. $100 was a lot of money when I was 22. $1,200? Man, you remember $100 nights or $100 weekends, $100 weeks when you were 22? Times that by 12. Damn. Would you have made it? Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s when you were 22 and you got $1,200 out of nowhere. That's if you even had a bank account at 22. That's a fun way to think about it. Man, I would have blown it. I would have bought probably something stupid for my car or maybe an animal. Probably would have blown it on a girl. That's what I would have definitely done. That would have been stupid. I would have bought I always blew money on girls, not like in a fun rock star way. Like my first girlfriend for her birthday, I knew she liked winter fresh gum. So on the way to school that day, I stopped at the gas station and I bought all the winter fresh gum they had. Now we're talking $30, maybe $31 at the time. But $31 in middle school, that was a boatload of money. It took me a long time to make $31. And all I did was spend it on winter fresh gum. She actually was very appreciative of that, and we did it for quite some time after that. But I would have definitely blown my money on a stupid gift for a girl that probably wouldn't have been around much longer. If I was 22 and got that $1,200. Now, if you're 22 now, and you're thinking about how you want to spend it, you want to buy an Xbox or you want to buy a flat screen or whatever, I say save your money and invest it in a kick-ass weekend with your friends. Guys or girls, listen, you got $1,200, 8-10 of your friends got $1,200, call them up, text them up, DM them up right now and tell everybody to sit on that money. And then when this is all over, have the most epic weekend in a smaller city you'll have in your whole life. Think about this. You and 10 of your boys or 8 of your boys or whatever all have $1,000. That's $10,000 to spend on one weekend in a medium-sized city like Cleveland, Buffalo, something like that. Don't go to Miami because $1,200 gets you nothing in Miami. Go to somewhere like Salt Lake City, Minneapolis, St. Louis, cities like that. Don't go to Miami. Don't go to Los Angeles. Don't go to New York City. But a $10,000 weekend with 10 buddies or 10 girls, boy, I wish I would have had that opportunity. This is, of course, if you're not going to be smart about it and invest it in stocks or savings or whatever. If you're going to blow it on something like that. Blow it on an experience. Don't blow it on a thing. That's fun to think about. What's annoying to think about is these damn senior pictures. This whole movement, this whole narcissistic movement that it's going to make people feel better to post pictures of yourself during your senior year in support of people who don't have one right now. Let me explain if you don't know what this is yet. On Facebook, there's a quote-unquote challenge going around. A challenge, because this is so challenging. Because class of 2020 can't do anything right now. They can't have a prom. They can't have graduation. They can't even go to school if they wanted to. Somebody decided it was a good idea to show support by posting a picture of yourself from your senior year on Facebook. So let me get this straight. In support of people who can't do something, you are going to show how fun it was to do it, right? That's like if a trip to Disney got canceled for Make-A-Wish Foundation. We're going to support those kids by showing them our pictures from our trip to Disney. Look how much fun I was having, little Stewie. I know you can't do this, and I feel bad, so I'm going to show you how much fun it is. Does that make sense, what I'm saying, right? The way I'm saying it. And whatever your argument against that is, doesn't make sense. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's vulnerable. Oh, it's goofy. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're just showing them how much fun it was to do something that they can't do, that was just taken away from them, as a matter of fact. It wasn't something like they didn't do 5 years ago. They're going through it right now, and you decide it's a good idea to post proof of how much fun it is to go through that thing that was just taken away from them. Right? That's like someone, I don't know, losing all their money, right? Their entire savings. They got scammed out of all their savings because they fell for some internet scam or a phone scam or whatever, right? And you're like, oh, Julie, I know that you just got your money taken away. I want to make you feel better. Can you come over and help me count all my money with me? It'll be so much fun. Trust me. So much fun. Oh, Michael, I know you just lost your leg in a motorcycle accident. You want to come watch my kickball game? It'll be tons of fun, and it'll support you. It'll make you feel better. Oh, Alice, I know you just lost your grandmother. You want to come over my grandma's house and hang out with her? Actually, that might actually make her feel better. That's a bad example. I'll go back to the motorcycle one. You should do that if your friend loses their grandparent. You should invite them over to hang out with your grandparent because, again, that would make them feel better. But most of those examples make sense to what people are doing on Facebook right now. It's just crazy. Like, how do you not see that? How do you not see how narcissistic that is? And if you don't care, good for you. Good for you. If you're self-aware, you know you're being narcissistic, hats off to you. Hats off to you. Masks off to you, right? Masks off. That's the new thing you have to say. Masks on is what everybody's telling us. Now they're telling us that we can't go anywhere without wearing a mask. If you can't be 6 feet away from people at all times once you leave your door, you should wear a mask, is what they're telling us. Weeks after, they told us that most of these masks, even the proper masks, aren't doing anything if they're not put on your face properly. I don't want that job. I don't want the job of a lead doctor. I don't want the job of a lead politician. I don't want the job of senior portrait taker or photographer. I don't want any of those jobs because if I'm criticizing it, if I'm breaking it apart, I'm just a dummy. If I could do that, I can't imagine what people who actually have brains and training and are in the industry can do. If I could break it down, I'm a high school dropout and a plumber and a podcaster. That's it. That's what I got going on. And I could pick it apart. I can't imagine what your colleagues or people just under you are doing. Tough job, but I guess you have to wear masks everywhere. It doesn't matter what you got. You could put a shirt on your face. You could put a bra. You could put some spaghetti on your, you could put whatever, as long as your face is covered. You could put your friend's hand, right? You just got to be covered now. You could put a sock, tinfoil, just cover that damn face. Cover your face, right? Now anything's protecting us against getting infected. Anything. Frying pan, balloon, whatever you got going on. My children, you must cover your face when you leave the household, and if not, I will strike you down to hell. Must cover your face with the Bible. Pages from the Bible are the only way to protect yourself from COVID-19. Listen to me, my children, and I promise you a lifelong destiny of more documentaries on homosexual tiger trainers. Be good to your neighbors. I don't know. Speaking of Tiger King, there's a new documentary I just watched. When I watched it, there was about 3 million views. That was a couple days ago. Now it's up to 7 million views on YouTube. It's about how the CIA is in charge of Hollywood. Basically, it's narrated by this guy who used to be a stuntman, maybe currently is still a stuntman. I think he's a director. He used to jump out of cars and jump into fire, and he's been in big movies like Batman and Batman Forever and I don't know, whatever. But he's trying to tell us that the CIA is in charge of media, meaning the news, meaning newspapers, TV news, all kinds of news. He's also telling us that the CIA manipulates Hollywood, right? And it's pretty interesting. It's called Out of Shadows. And now that documentary is on a bunch of different YouTube channels, but Out of the Shadows Official. If you're watching this, it should have at least 7 million views on it if you want to see the official documentary. It's about an hour long. It's on YouTube. It's free. You don't have to have a subscription like you do for Netflix watching that Joe Exotic fella. But it was, it's hard for me personally to jump on that conspiracy theory stuff. And it's funny, in the documentary, he says that the CIA invented the phrase conspiracy theory to deflect what they're actually doing. It's fun to watch for me, but I don't care. Let the CIA control stuff. I don't care. I like to think I can think for myself, and if I'm not thinking for myself, I'm still pretty happy, right? But if you're into conspiracy theories and you want to know what this guy is talking about with the CIA thing, he's trying to say like the only reason I'm wearing 2 socks on my feet is because the CIA told me to. Like, that's the level that he's taking it to. He's trying to tell me that I brush my teeth with my right hand because I saw it in a Donald Duck cartoon when I was 3. That's what this guy's saying. He's trying to say that I drive with one hand because I saw it in Fast and the Furious 2. I saw Dom from Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious saying that he lives his life at a quarter mile at a time. Does Vin Diesel have the same voice as God in that movie? Is it like, I live my life at a quarter mile at a time, and that's why family over everything? He's trying to say that. He's trying to say that we do everything because we're influenced by Hollywood and TV shows and news media, and CIA is influencing them. So the CIA controls everyone. And as you're chuckling at this and saying, that's ridiculous, tinfoil hat and stuff like that, he even explains that. He goes, yeah, they made that up. They put the CIA's controlling everything as a joke in movies, so we think it's crazy, right? They make people in movies who, like the character in the movie who believes that the CIA is watching us, is portrayed as crazy on purpose by the CIA's influenced directors so that we, the viewers, think anybody who actually thinks like that is crazy, to completely debunk it. I mean, it's pretty brilliant. But it's called Out of the Shadows. Check it out. Let me know your thoughts. You can hit the hotline. The hotline number is coming up here in a second. I don't memorize it yet because it's not that popular. But rochesterpodcast.com/Chris Konya Show. You could submit a video with some feedback if you want. And we could air that just like we did last week. Shout out to the people who submitted last week. Or you can call the hotline 585-397-7732. 585-397-7732. Leave your name and your message, and we'll get it up on the show if you watch Out of the Shadows on YouTube. And I'm watching a lot more content than doing anything else because I decided to try a home workout the other day. Lasted one day. If you go, Chris, why did you only do it one day? Is it because you never commit to anything that is better for you in life, and you only commit to things that are bad for you, like spending money excessively and not staying on track with your budget and drinking beer and stuff like that? I would say to that, usually that'd be the answer. Yeah. Usually I'd probably say I fell off because I found something better to do, or I don't like doing it, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And I would rebel like that, like a 16-year-old girl, usually. But in this case, I can't work out right now because during a maybe 8-minute workout that I found on social media, I broke my toe, or at least I think I did. I was doing something called wall sits, where you sit against the wall in like a seated position and it's supposed to like tighten your core. I don't know, whatever the meme said on Instagram is what I was doing. And I couldn't hold it, so I slipped out. My foot shot forward, and in front of me was a cabinet, and my big toe smashed against the cabinet. So now my big toe is black and blue. A little bit of my nail peeled off. Sorry. I know that's going to make you go, ugh. It was only the top layer of the nail, so it wasn't like gross. Just trust me, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. So I'm like, I'm walking that off. Blaming God for that. God's like, you shouldn't work out, my son. Just stay a fat ass forever. Stay frumpy. Remember the days when you were skinny just because those days are never coming back. You idiot. And as I was walking and listening to God reprimand me for that, I was walking towards the bedroom, through the bedroom to the bathroom to take a shower. And I kid you not, maybe 2.5 minutes after I smashed my big toe, I'm rounding the corner in the bedroom, and my toe catches the corner of the bed, like the foot of the bed. So now 2 of my toes are on the left side of this post, and the rest of my toes are on the right side. So it's kind of like split, like the post of the bed was like a fork in the road, and I decided to go in the middle instead of left or right. Like in a goofy movie, let's say, or any kind of action movie. They're deciding, should they go back home and forget about it or continue on their adventure, and there's a fork in the road. I went in the middle, and half the car went to the left, the other half went to the right, and my toe kind of like popped out of its, I don't know if it popped out of its socket, kind of kicked to the right or whatever, or to the left, and it hurt like hell. And I looked down, and my toe's kind of looking left when it's usually kind of looking straight forward. It's kind of cockeyed. My toe's like, yo, what's up? What's that over there? Usually it's like, yep, we're going to walk straight. We're going to get this guy through life. We're not going to go swaying to the left or swaying to the right. But this time he was like, yo, what's up over there? It was like that meme where the guy is walking with the girl and looking back at the other girl. That was my toe. My toe got off track a little bit. It was kind of looking like, what's going on over there? Wait. Yo, what's that over there to the left? Looking good. What's that under the bed right there? I know we're walking straight, but what's that to the left? Is that an air mattress? Is that a yearbook under the bed? Is that an extra blanket under the bed? Is that an empty iPad box under the bed? Is that a little splash of milk that spilled under the bed? Yeah, my toe was a little off track. So later that day, the next day, my whole foot's black and blue. The toe's swollen. I can't walk. If I put any pressure on it that first day, I was almost in tears, like a big old baby, like a 16-year-old girl. Shout out to the 16-year-old girls for letting me make that reference without any reprimand, without any consequences, I should say. Respect. But yeah, that's what I get for doing an Instagram workout once during quarantine. So my advice, don't work out. Don't work out during quarantine. Work out your brain. Work out your mind. Forget about your body. You'll figure that out later. I appreciate you spending a couple minutes here on the Chris Konya Show. We do have merch. We have merch on rochesterpodcast.com/store. rochesterpodcast.com/store. Shout out to the 10-12 people who bought some hoodies, some leggings, a mug, some kind of, there's cool stuff out there that you can add to your wardrobe, add to your collection, add to your cabinet if you pick up the mug. We might do some stickers soon. We're going to put out some, festive stuff, like 4th of July stuff, maybe some Park Ave swag, some stuff for the fall. Hopefully everything is back open very soon. As of right now, they're saying May 15th. So try not to go crazy till then. Support people who are doing local content like me, like your favorite radio stations, TV stations, stuff like that. I encourage you to do something yourself too. If you want to do a podcast or something after this is all over, hit us up, rochesterpodcast.com/host. But yeah, thank you for the support. Thank you for your time. Stay safe. Wear your masks. Don't cough on anybody. Wear your spaghetti. Wear your frying pan. Pray to God. I will answer your prayers, but not until after 5 o'clock because I'm watching Days of Our Lives every day on television. So I will get to it, my children. And be good to yourself. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.
It's been too long since I spoke clear and strong. Just something about this concrete gets me down. Hey, I live my days preaching on radio waves, just hoping someone